as some of you may already know, in this financial tax year, so the one that began in April 2022, I decided to start taking dividend investing, specifically dividend growth investing, a lot more seriously. And as a result of this decision, I began investing into dividend paying stocks. This led to me moving away from my previous ISA provider, which was Vanguard, onto my current ISA provider, which is Interactive Brokers. And the reason for this is just because Vanguard didn't allow me to invest into individual stocks. When you're a dividend investor, it's really, really important that you have a means, you have a way to track your dividends. One of the main reasons for this, in my opinion, is so that you can see your dividends growing over time, which then of course gives you motivation to carry on building that dividend income. I actually recently made a whole video on some of the pros and some of the cons of dividend investing, so I'll leave that link somewhere up above if you do want to check that one out. Anyway, this meant that I needed a dividend tracker. And although there are loads of free ones that you can just get from a quick Google search, I wanted to actually make my own one. And I wanted to do this because it allowed me to have exactly what I wanted to have on it. And of course, I can then customize it over time. So, as you may already have gathered by the title of this video, today I'm going to show you what I've actually put together. This is not going to be the finishing product. This is just my starting place, and I'm going to grow it and make it better, make improvements as we go on this dividend investing journey. Just quickly before I do share my screen, I wanted to say that I've not included any dividends that I've got outside of my current ISA provider. So those dividends I've been paid from Vanguard or Free Trade or anything like that, they're just not included on this. And that is because I wanted to really focus it from when I actually got serious about dividend investing. I don't really know how to code or build websites or do any of that fancy stuff, so I've kept this super simple, really, really beginners friendly. And I've just actually made myself a dividend tracker using the Numbers app that you get on Apple products. You could do the same thing with Excel as well, I'm sure. Okay, so here we are inside of my dividend tracker. There aren't many data points really yet, as like I said, I only really started in April, so many more dividends to come, but I was just really eager to share this with you and honestly just get some of your feedback, and of course let me know if there's anything I'm obviously missing or how I can make improvements to this. I'm not trying to make it super complicated. I want it to remain simple, but I do want it to have everything I need. I want this to be a snapshot into my dividend investing journey. Anyway, so in the top left here, I have got just a really, really simple overview of the dividends that I've been paid each month. You can see that I've decided to do this by tax year, so it's going to run from April 2022 to April 2023, and then of course in the new tax year I'll just create a new table underneath, or maybe a new tab, not sure yet. So yeah, I've just put the month and how much in dividends I was paid that month. So you can see in April 0, May 0, June I got my first dividend amount, and that was £2.59. This is all in British pounds. July I didn't get any. August £3.64, and then September, which is going to end today, very soon, and that was £16.38. So I've plotted that down, and I've got a total here as well, so I can actually see that grow over the year and see what it is for the entire tax year. But one thing I really, really wanted to do is I wanted to see that visually on a chart. So this is all automated. Whenever I put a new figure in or change an amount, it will automatically update this graph that you can see here on the right. And this is essentially showing you exactly the same thing. It's just showing it visually, which is really, really cool for me, because this is exactly why I wanted to make my own dividend tracker, or just have a dividend tracker anyway, is to see visually them dividends going up over time. We can already see I've only been paid 3 months, June, August and September, but it's already gone up. So you can see the massive, massive jump from August to September, and a little jump from June to August. So it's already going in the right direction, which is so exciting for me. Like I said, this is a really small data set, so I can't say for sure that every single month I'm going to get more dividends than the last month, because of course it could have just worked out that September is going to be my highest dividend paying month and we'll see a decrease next month, or whatever. And it really matters on when the companies that I hold actually pay out dividends as well. But what I do is I just come into this tracker about once a month and I just make any updates necessary for that month that I've been paid. So I've recently done it for September, and then nearer the end of October, I'll come in once again. I'll pull the information from Interactive Brokers, which if you've seen any of my portfolio updates, it's super easy to do. And I'll just put it in here and it will automatically update this chart and I can see exactly how we're doing. And again, as the years go on, I'm going to be adding different colors to this chart. So let's just say this financial tax year, I'm having it in blue, as you can see. And then I'll come along in the next financial tax year and I'll add like a green bar or whatever, because I want to see how it's grown over the years as well as over the months in a given year. And then if we just scroll down slightly, you can see here that I've got a more in-depth view. So up here, we can just see how much I've been paid per month in dividends, which is great. But if I want to do a further dive and a further piece of analysis into which companies have paid me when, and maybe it would be interesting to see which companies have paid me the most or the least amount of dividends in a given 12-month time period, whatever that may be. I wanted a way to do that. So here I've got dividends per company per month. That's a mouthful. It doesn't yet have all the companies that I've got, but it has all the ones that have given me dividends so far along the top. And I'll add to that on the right-hand side when my other companies that I hold actually do pay out a dividend to me. And then it's got the months down the side. And then I could just put into each of these cells how much I've got from that company or that ETF, whatever it may be, for that month. That was a lot. So I don't know, let's just look at Unilever, for example. So far, they have paid me once in September and they paid me £3.63. If we look at National Grid, they've paid me once in August, £2.70, so on and so forth. And right now we can see at the total column at the bottom, total row, sorry, you can see who has paid me the most. So just at a glance so far, I have received the most in dividends from Rio Tinto. And you can see a breakdown of all the other ones along here as well. The last thing that I have on my dividend tracker at the moment is this section here, which you'll see is empty, and it's the portfolio value. It's empty because I plan to do this at the end of every year, and I'm not quite at the end of the year yet, so I'm not going to update it yet. But basically what I want to be able to do is I want to know at a glance how much I had in that portfolio. So I can say, for example, a £5,000 portfolio paid me £100 in dividends for the year. Whatever that figure may be, I want to be able to see that at a glance. So I'll be able to use this bit where I get a snapshot of how much the portfolio is worth. And I can then have a look here and see how many dividends I got over that year, if that makes sense. So that is pretty much the entire tracker at the moment. Like I said, I want to make improvements and I want to add more to this as time goes on. But right now it kind of has everything I think I need it to have. I'm not really having to look anywhere else. I guess what I could do is put more information about the price that I bought in at and, you know, all of that stuff. But I do want to keep it simple. So if you've got any suggestions on how I could actually make this better or more informative, do let me know in the comments. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave it here, but I really hope to see some of you guys liking the video and commenting in the comment section. I always love interacting with you in the comments if you've got any thoughts and opinions. And if you do feel really, really nice today, then subscribe. Why not? It's completely free and it makes my day. So yeah, thank you very much and have a good day, whatever you're doing.